Hey everybody, welcome back to Mrs. Rattlecan's house. I am James, and this is just a quick update of what's going on in the house. Right now, I am in a very frustrating pause. This is the shelf unit that is going to rest on the washer and the dryer so that Mrs. Rattlecan can fold laundry without fear of losing items back behind the washer and the dryer, never to be seen again by human eyes. And I've run into an impasse. I have a countersink bit that I'm using so that I can get these runners, I don't know what you'd call them, for underneath to kind of keep everything in place. And I want to countersink the screws in there. But that fits into a holder piece, and I cannot find that friggin' holder piece to save my life. So the downside is that this project has kind of come to a standstill. I know I can just go out and buy one, but I've used it over and over and over again in this house, in this particular project house. So I know I have one. Just gotta find the stupid thing. So what I'm doing now is, in order to find it, we're trying to get things put away, and so things are getting somewhat more organized in some aspects. And this is the holding table. This is, if I find something in a box, I've pulled about 9 boxes of stuff out and emptied those boxes and put things away. And I have in mind to build a rolling cart for the dirty side of the shop. What I'm going to use this, I don't know if you can see this big arc. This is an I-beam, a wooden curved I-beam that I'm building as a camera mount for over the workbenches. And the piece in the middle, the waste piece, is actually, they're going to be the sides for this rolling cart, so that I can put my tools in a central location, and then I can just wheel this cart back and forth to wherever I need it to go. So these are the things that are probably, a lot of them are going to find a place on this cart, between this table and that toolbox and all that stuff over there. So that's what's going on back over there. This is an old cart, an old automotive diagnostic cart that I was able to acquire, and that is going to be the main camera and monitor mount for the clean side of the shop over here. And as you can see, we've been putting a good number of tools into at least a temporary holding position. And then I've got the old workbench from the garage. This is now going to be the new electronics workstation. But so anyways, I have found and put away all of these tools, and I'm starting to fill drawers up, looking for that one holder. It's just driving me nuts. So that's kind of what's going on as far as fabrication wise. We did have a visit yesterday from an arborist, and we've come up with, well, this is kind of the to-do list. Over on the left is the yard list, and that's probably the stuff that you're going to see here coming up pretty quick, because I need to adjust. There's something going on with my mower deck, because I'm getting a couple of stripes. I don't know if it's just debris buildup on the bottom, which is causing one particular blade not to have a lot of lift, or if I have maybe run into something and my mower deck is kind of cattywampus. So that's one thing that we've got to do. We have also acquired a Boland's MC 2500 chipper shredder for the insane price of nothing. I fired it up yesterday. It runs just fine. Apparently there's a pin or a rod on the discharge screen that I need to replace. I cannot find a manual for this thing anywhere to save my life. So we're gonna, I don't know, we may just end up making something up. So we have to get that going because the arborist gave me a pretty good listing of what I need to trim, what needs to go away. We've got a soil test and a leaf test coming up. One of our big red oaks out in the front yard is not doing so well. And I would much rather spend the money and try to save that, because to remove that tree, he said, we're not even really going to talk about it until we get to about the $5,000 range. It's also in proximity to a main power line, so we have to use a company that's power line certified. Great fun stuff. I have a wood rack in back of this shop that I have to build, and then I got some wood that I have to split. And there's just some silly stuff. There's like some edging going on, and I have 3, possibly 4 crabapple trees that I need to get rid of. One of them is in the end stages of dying. One of them is the last of what I can figure to be possibly 5 crabapple trees that were once along the front end of the property. And then 2 others on the back corner that have just been so abused over the years that he said, you might as well just chop them down. And then over on the right-hand side, the countertop, which we are currently at an impasse, I need to start thinking about finishing up some doors and some trim that we've got inside the house. We're just kind of taking a breather right now. And then the last room in the house to actually be put away is, of course, my office. And I've still got stuff in the garage stored from that. So we got a long list of stuff to do. The good news is that school has just started. The bad news is that school has just started, because that means that marching band is now in full swing, and we're doing prop builds and other such fun stuff. I guess I can show you. No, that doesn't matter, because this is not the guitar shop or the guitar channel. So anyways, that's what's going on. As soon as I can find that holder and get that going, we're going to get this finished up. Here's the sheet. This is the same Formica that is on the countertop in the tiny bathroom. We were able to find another sheet of it. It's been sitting on this cart, flattening out, because it comes rolled up in a box, in a tube, and it wants to hold on to that curl pretty good. So this has been sitting out for the better part of a month, just because we're kind of busy. Anyways, that's what's going on here at Mrs. Rattlecan's house. I'm James. You guys have a great weekend. Cheers.